Hey y'all, hey, it's Amber and my boy Leo bringing you our weekly movie talk. Again, you already know what it is. I'm just going to be telling you what the new releases are, what I've been watching, and who was in the top 5 for the box office last weekend. Ready? Let's go! What new releases we have coming out this weekend? And we have one new release, which unless you live underneath a rock, it's The Suicide Squad, which is the sequel to Suicide Squad. And I watched the trailer for it a few months ago. Sorry, Walking Dead reference. What the fuck? What the fuck is that? And thankfully, it looks a lot better than the original, because oh my god, the original was a trash fire in my opinion. What I do remember from that trailer is it just looks really visually appealing. It looks like it's going to be one of those funny action kind of fun experiences. So I definitely probably won't go see it opening weekend, but I do plan to see it sometime in theaters because I am all about King Shark. I don't know if you guys remember my trailer reaction for the Suicide Squad trailer. Okay, so there's a shark. Which happened to be my first trailer reaction, and I haven't been able to go back to making more of them because there's just so many trailers released all the time. I got overwhelmed with trying to do it again, but maybe I'll try to do it again. Who knows? Stay tuned for that. But yeah, King Shark scared the hell out of me in that trailer. So when he popped up in the trailer eating someone, I was like, oh my god, what? But then later, after I posted that trailer reaction, I found out that Sylvester Stallone is the voice of King Shark, so I'm double on board with seeing this movie. Comment down below with a shark emoji if you plan on seeing it opening weekend. And if you do see it, let me know in the comments how it was, but no spoilers. That being the only wide release, there are a bunch of limited release movies coming out this weekend, but the one that I'm most excited and interested in seeing is Annette, which is this indie film that stars Adam Driver that did really well at Cannes this year. And from what everyone has explained that it's about, since I haven't seen the trailer, it just sounds really interesting, especially visually.
Later that same evening.
So I checked out the trailer. They need him just to narrate stuff. This is my baby. Yo. What the fuck? I don't know. It is so out there that I want to go see it. I definitely like artistic movies like that too. You can clearly see in the trailer that it's an art piece. Yeah. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. Like,
there are certain films you almost have to treat as if
like you're going to a museum.
Like a painting.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there are certain films you have to treat like it's a painting. And there are a lot of people like, oh, that's just, it's up its own ass. And it's like, okay, it's art. Yeah. There's no other way to describe it as like an artistic film. And you just have to view it that way. And this looks like it could be one of those and a good one. So that's exciting.
I don't know, I'm interested. Either way, those are the releases. I still have a bunch of movies I need to see in theaters, so hopefully I'll get around to seeing one of the movies I've been needing to see for a few weeks now. Like Joe Bell. I still need to go see Joe Bell. Oh my god. Now on to what I've been watching this week. Didn't really get to watch too much this week since I was too busy on the weekend at a family reunion. But the little shows that I did watch, because I didn't get a chance to watch any movies this week, I watched a few reruns of The Office while in the cabin in the woods when I couldn't sleep. So that's always fun, watching reruns of The Office. I also watched an episode of Jersey Shore Family Vacation, which is hilarious since I was at a family reunion this past weekend. So I need to catch up with that because I know I'm like almost a whole season behind on that. So hopefully I'll be getting caught up on the Jersey Shore Family Vacation soon and have more opinions, because Vinny and Paulie are my boys. And The Situation. I actually like The Situation 2.0 because him back in the day, he was awful, but I like this one. He's got some wisdom, even though he's still a little bit of an idiot, but I love the show. It's prime TV trash to watch. I was able to finish Golden, The Journey of USA's Elite Gymnast, which was that 6-episode doc series that I started last week on the Peacock app. You remember how last week I was like, if I didn't stop myself, I would have watched all 6 episodes? Well, when I finished editing this video, that's exactly what I did. So I watched the last 3 episodes in one sitting, and it was so interesting and heartbreaking to watch what these 5 gymnasts had to go through to try to make it to the Olympics, and some of them to make it to the Olympic trials. So I would definitely recommend watching it. Like I said last week, if you do like elite gymnastics and watching that type of level, you should definitely check out this docuseries. It's really interesting. And again, it's on Peacock, which you can get for free if you sign up, because I did. And this is not sponsored by Peacock, just so you know, but you could watch it. And the last thing I was able to watch this week, I started the Netflix series Sexy Beast, which I say I started it, but let's be honest, I finished it. I finished the whole season 1, which was 6 episodes. That's not a big deal because these episodes are legit like 25 minutes long, so you go through them like that. I ended up watching them with my family on the family reunion weekend, so it was kind of funny bonding over this show. Yo, this show, oh my god, what the fuck? Okay, it's a dating show where they go on these blind dates. The kick is they have to dress up like an animal or some sort of creature, and the point of this is they wanted to see if there was a way you could put these people on blind dates, if they'll connect with personalities, or will it still be really based on looks even though you don't know what they look like. First of all, can I just talk about how amazing this makeup was? It's just, I was blown away with how detailed the makeup was, but yet they were still able to talk normally. Like, it looked like it was a part of that face. It was so crazy. There's just, I don't know, I could just go on and on about the makeup, but it was actually really enjoyable and hilarious watching people try to like connect with each other and not know what the other person looks like, which that shouldn't even matter. I mean, if you're gonna vibe with someone, you're gonna vibe with someone. It shouldn't have anything to do with their looks. Either way, you should definitely check this show out because it is like beautiful TV trash. It's almost as good as Too Hot to Handle. I'm actually sad that there's no more episodes for me to watch, and with what I've been seeing in the news, with all the furries that are upset about this show, I could see it probably not being renewed for a 2nd season, but I really hope it does because it was actually interesting watching how cringy these guys were trying to have like game and stuff with the girls. Just some of their personalities, like, oh no, don't say stuff like that, that's not even cute, like what the hell. Definitely check it out and comment down below if you do and let me know what you think, because I want another season, like bad. Alright, so my predictions for the weekend of July 30th through August 1st are as follows. I shouldn't say my predictions because Patrick gave me his as well, so it's our predictions. For number 1, we both picked Jungle Book would be number 1. For number 2, I chose Old, and Patrick chose The Green Knight, which was the other new movie opening last weekend aside from Jungle Book. Aside from Jungle Cruise. I chose Black Widow for number 3, whereas Patrick chose Old to come in at number 3. For number 4, I chose Snake Eyes, and Patrick chose Stillwater, which also was a new movie that came out last week. I forgot. But then again, it was Matt Damon, so that's probably why I forgot. For number 5, I chose Space Jam: A New Legacy, and Patrick chose Black Widow to come in at number 5. Those were our predictions for what we thought would be in the top 5 for last weekend, so let's see how well we did, starting with the top 10. So the changes for the top 10, there are actually 2 movies this week that we're going to be saying goodbye to from the top 10. Coming in at number 12, A Quiet Place Part 2. After 10 weeks in the top 10, it has finally dropped to number 12. It was number 9 last week. You had a good run, my dude. Coming in at number 11 was The Forever Purge, which I'm like, I knew that was going to happen sooner or later. It was number 8 last week, and after 5 weeks on the chart, it is finally dropping out of the top 10. Salute to you too. I will see you in the streaming services. And for the rest of the top 10, number 10 was A Boss Baby Family Business. Last week it was number 7, so those new movies are really knocking everyone down. Number 9 was Escape Room Tournament of Champions. Last week it was number 6, and the week before that it was number 3, so it's definitely double jumping down. But again, like I say, it makes sense to me that it's falling that fast. Number 8 is Fast and Furious 9, and last week it was number 5. Obviously it's had a great run, so it's going to slowly go down too. Number 7 is Snake Eyes, and last week it was number 2, so That's probably the biggest surprise this week, because holy crap. And number 6 is Space Jam: A New Legacy. And last week it was number 4. I have a feeling that's going to follow the 10 pretty quick. LeBron James. Which of those 5 do you think is going to follow the top 10 next? Comment down below and let me know. Alright, the main event. The top 5 grossing movies of last weekend, which again was July 30th through August 1st. Number 5 was Stillwater with Matt Damon. Coming in at number 5, making $5 million for its opening weekend. I'm pretty sure that's the highest this movie's gonna get. It's the type of movie that's not gonna be able to keep up with all these other blockbusters that are coming out. So I'm also pretty surprised it made the top 5. Normally movies like this don't get in the top 5. They're lucky if they get like mid top 10. So good for you, Matt Damon. Number 4 was Black Widow, making $6.42 million. And the previous week it was at number 3, which of course with time and with more blockbusters it's going to start shifting more down. Number 3 was Old, making $6.76 million at the box office. And the previous week it was number 1, so wow. Normally that would be really surprising, but it kind of makes sense because again we had Jungle Cruise come out. So for me, like I predicted, I figured it would at least be number 2. So I was kind of surprised because number 2 was The Green Knight, making $6.784 million for its opening weekend. I'm actually really excited that it got that high because I didn't think it would even make the top 5 because I don't think they really advertised it that well, but hey, get it, Dev Patel. And number 1, just like we predicted, was Jungle Cruise, making $34 million for its opening weekend. Surprise, surprise. Also, these are just the grossing numbers for the box office. I'm not going to be adding any of the streaming service grossings in with these totals because I want people to go to the theater so we can keep the theaters. I love going to movie theaters, so whatever helps them stay in business, I'm here for. Alright, and for the predictions for August 6th through August 8th, which is this upcoming weekend, me and Patrick both agreed that The Suicide Squad will be number 1, because duh. Number 2, we both agreed that Jungle Cruise will again be in the top part of the top 5, so that's our pick for number 2. Number 3, I chose Old, and Patrick chose The Green Knight. Funny enough, for number 4, I chose The Green Knight, and he chose Old. So he just flipped. And then for number 5, we both agreed that it's going to be Black Widow. Or at least those are our predictions of what we think the top 5 are going to be for this upcoming weekend. What do you guys think? Do you have your top 5 predictions? Put them down in the comments so we can compare. And that's a wrap for this week's movie talk. If you had fun today with us, give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more of us. If you know of anyone that would get a kick out of our weekly movie talk, share this video with them so they could join in with us. And definitely let us know down in the comments if you're planning on seeing any new movies or just going to the movies in general. We want to hear about it and discuss some movies. And also let me know what you're watching so maybe I can get some recommendations on what I should be watching next. Okay. And until next time, guys, be well, be safe, be silly. And as always, if you wouldn't mind, please say hello to your mother for me.